coming up next, the Ford Explorer. Hey guys, Mark Savage here with Savage on Wheels. The Ford Explorer has been around since the 1991 model year, so what, 35 years or something like that, Paul? And it's still a very nice, large crossover, SUV, whatever you want to call these things. He says, I think this is an SUV because it's a truck, basically, right? They all got big grills, they all got big logos on the front.
But not overly big.
No, that's
not Lexus big.
No, not and the grill is not quite that in your face.
Yeah.
But, you know, they've tweaked it a little bit for the 2025. Little different headlights and tail lights. This, of course, is the Platinum version, so that's going to be pretty nice, right?
Yeah.
It's got
expensive.
It's got everything on it, including a giant sunroof. We'll show you that here. But, you know, it's a big, tall vehicle. Luckily, it's not
huge wheels.
Yeah, not so tall that I have to get a step up, but we were just noticing. You know?
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Your kick plate is all lightened up there. It's a good-looking interior. We'll show you that in just a second. Look at this overhead thing, Paul. Look at the size of this sunroof. That's a monster
like big
sunroof, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got a third row seat. I'll hit this. That slides forward. You can see we got third row seat. We got a power button in the back to put those down. Not a lot of leg room in the back, obviously. That's always the problem for third row seats. And of course, we got the power hatch. 4 tailpipes.
Oh.
And this thing, you can hear it. I mean, this sounds a little rumbly. If you like that roar, great. If you want something really quiet, not so great. Anyway, we got buttons over here. I can press this. Whoops, sorry, I'm hitting you. One button here, and it powers itself down, right? You can do left and right, or you can just do left or right. Third row seat.
It's kind of tight.
Kind of tight, and it's, you know, it's got a real shallow thing for your feet there. You're not a lot of foot room. So great if you
have kids.
And maybe you're just taking short trips and so forth. But otherwise, you're probably going to put that down so you got plenty of room to store stuff in the back.
It makes a nice little song when it closes.
Yeah, so we got a real sharp looking interior, Paul. I kind of like the look of this dash on this thing. And I like the, you know, several of the cars are using that fabric up on the dash now. B&O, Bang & Olufsen stereo system. We got a charger for our phone right here. We'll turn this on so we can see that. We'll see the screen all light up. Interesting too, it comes up with all these, you know, a couple of choices you can do here. This is your home page. I can just tap this, and of course, any other time we do it. There you go. Tap it, and it expands so I can see the whole screen becomes the navigation system. And I think it's an easy looking dash. I mean, you know, I don't really need the RPM, the tach over here.
We're not racing.
Because we're not racing. You know, either
you don't have paddle shifters.
Right, get rid of that or put something else over there. But, you know, trip information is there, the speedometer is there. And this has been pretty easy to operate the screen too. You know, we can find audio's off.
Trump leads with me.
We can turn that on. We can, you know, it's pretty easy to find channels in it. That's nice. And we do have an actual volume knob. The hardest thing for me to find was the automatic on-off, the
stop start,
or the stop start.
Boy, I hate that.
Yeah, I was driving around Chicago in this thing, and it's just, and every time you're stopping, that's kind of inconvenient. Different here, we have the rotary dial for the shifter. That's it takes a little getting used to. I just soon have a little lever. Drive modes, of course, that, you know, we can dial in up here. We'll show you. Wet or icy, slippery, off-road. Probably won't do that today. And then we can go back to eco, sport, and trailering, right? So most of the time you're going to be on a normal mode, right? Mm-hmm. And giant sunroof, as we had mentioned. We got all the buttons are here. You know, we got the usual, hey, look at that. Oh, I can see myself. Wonderful. And 3 memory buttons, that's nice. The seats are real comfortable. You've got good hip support and good leg and back support, so that's nice. And not a flat wheel, but, you know, it's a truck. I didn't expect it to have a flat wheel. And your usual controls on the wheel. And we got BlueCruise, which we'll show you when we get out on the highway. That's our hands-free system. Paul, we had that, I don't know, maybe a year or two ago on one of the vehicles we had, and it kept turning itself off.
Oh, yeah.
But I drove all the way to Chicago and back, and most of the way down and most of the way back, hands-free. You know, the only thing you got to do is you got to keep looking forward, or it starts telling you to look at the wheel or look at the road. So anyway, let's take it out on the road and we'll see what it'll do. We're getting on the highway here, Paul, and you know, the ultimate package upgrades the engine. The standard here is a turbo 2-liter that gets 300 horsepower, which is amazing, I think, just in and of itself. This though has the turbo V6, 400 horsepower, so plenty of horsepower. You know what we can, the price you pay, other than it sucks a little more of the gas. I've been getting around 21 miles per gallon, and I've been on the highway a fair amount. Anyway, there's a little bit of a rumble in here even now, just riding on the road. I think it's just because it's a truck, you know, and the
tires, size of the tires,
the tires, and the big echoey segment here. But when you accelerate, you hear it. And like I say, if you're a guy that really loves that sound of the engine winding up, it's going to be great. For the family, maybe they're going to say, you know, come on, Dad, ease up, man. I'd like to.
It wouldn't be any of my kids.
I'd like to hear. I'd like to hear my earbuds. You know, come on. Anyway,
listen to another song.
But you know, does it handle great? Well, it handles like a truck, so it's like, you know, it's sufficient. It's easy to drive on the highway. And this BlueCruise, Paul, let's see if we can get engage that right now. Hit a button there. We'll hit set. BlueCruise. BlueCruise is on. You can see hands-free here. I'm going to let go of the steering wheel, and it will tell me if I need to hold on. But you know, we're on the highway. We're making a turn. The only time I noticed it in Chicago is wanting me to hold the wheel was when the highway would split.
Oh yeah, they got confused.
And it's like, yeah, I think it wanted to make sure you're going in the right lane that you want to go in at that point. You know, so when one big highway split into another one, or branched off into another one, it would let you take control again. But literally, I drove about an hour without touching the wheel, and that's pretty amazing. You do have to keep watching out the front window. If you don't watch out the front window, if I turn and look out the side here, it gives you about 10 seconds to look off to the side. You know, obviously I'm still looking at my mirror, see what's going on, but you know, it doesn't get too mad at you. I purposely drove with my eyes closed for about 10 seconds one time, which I do not advise people to do.
Kids, don't try this at home.
But we were on the freeway and it was pretty clear, so I did that. After 10 seconds, it would alert me and say, you know, watch the road.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think this BlueCruise has come a long way in just a couple of years, and for those people who are going to take long trips, it may be a real nice feature to have. So Explorer, everything gets more expensive, Paul. The $41,500 or so is the starting price. That's going to be two-wheel drive. All-wheel drive adds about $2,000 to any of the prices, and this one goes all the way up to this top of the line here is about $54,000 to start. 59, almost $60,000, because it's got an exclusive package on it here, the ultimate package. That adds the bigger engine and fancier seats and so forth. So yeah, most people are probably going to want that, especially if they're going to tow things. Hey, Explorer, big vehicle, comfortable vehicle, great for families, and it'll tow something too. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.